gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Equitsu Orcha Crumple Zone, or something. Boys, what are we doing here? What the heck is an IGT? Excellent. Excellent. Is that like Chinese algebra? Nice. I'm trying to beatbox. This is the, now, if I remember correctly, are we good, guys?
Yeah.
Alrighty,
Okay.
Cole and Ayrton joining you
Yeah.
now.
Yes.
Our recording just started.
Yes.
But
we-
I
Hilarious.
think Byron gave you a nice little update on what was happening, and we are looking at the opening lap here.
Yeah,
the pace lap, anyways.
yeah, continuing our long-standing tradition of extremely high quality and nothing going wrong ever at all. So,
Now,
anyway.
I was about to ask, if I remember correctly, there's somebody on this track who has a bit of an issue with this formation type situation. Is that person
But
present today?
here they go, and Stoffmill is actually in third.
I think you're referring to Ricardo Navone, right? Okay,
I
so
don't think so.
race is going. Green flags are waving.
Hell
So-
yeah.
We have, let's take a look at Mr. Kane. What is his first name?
Horatio?
Horatio, probably.
I have no idea.
Click on him, please. There we go. So it's Horatio. Yeah, you're right. Dang, how'd you know that?
Watch me some TV now and again.
Oh, okay. What number am I thinking of right now?
All of them.
Damn, he's good.
It's like pretty calm all up front.
So it's pretty calm.
Looking in the back.
So as usual, this is a series that does not require any prior sign-up or booking. So we are seeing some long... Oh, and Douglas going into the wall after turn 3.
You just
Looks
want
like
to
it
give
made
that guy
a
a high five.
Yeah, yeah. Do you think he did it?
Up front. Ooh, Mr. Kane. Open up a nice little gap here over MSSR, Matt Higgs.
So we have...
I enjoy the fact that Horatio Kane is his chosen name, and he's going with the orange tires. That's a good combo.
Yeah. So I believe, if I remember right, Stoffmill is the only one who had ballast this race. Or is that for the Speed Series? I don't remember. But,
Mike did put up a bunch of stuff about ballast for the 3D Speed Series yesterday.
maybe I was looking at that.
All looking pretty gentlemanly in the back, not too much going on.
So,
Darcy Parkinson here looking on the outside. I don't think you can do that.
that's corkery. Well, I mean, it's possible he's going to try and get a cutback, but nope, corkery's just in his face.
Well, these two were racing in the last race back at Bathurst.
Yeah, for a while at least, towards the end, if I remember right.
Let's look back at Mr. Coconuts, because he really charged the field at Bathurst.
Oh yeah, it's so Coconuts is one of our more recent additions. His first race was at Bathurst last week, and proved to be a pretty promising driver. It was moderately fast, and all, but more importantly, was very stable. Didn't have much in the way of accidents. Oh, we saw someone go off. I believe that was Stokes, maybe. Looked like Stokes. I can't be sure though. Nope.
Nope, wasn't Stokes.
We only have 2 Audis in here. What the heck? Maybe I was wrong. Maybe it wasn't an Audi. Oh, it's Parkinson. Darcy Parkinson falling through the ranks.
Somebody tell Darcy
Yep.
that's not where the drive-thru is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so his front is messed up. Luciano Ichaso right in front of him in the 2013 Aston Martin V12 Vantage. And that is John Barker.
Meanwhile, Stoffman
No, Butler.
has gotten into
Wait,
second.
No, it was Barker. Butler isn't even here today. So that's unfortunate. One of our only 2 racers in the Honda NSX today.
Alright, do note this is a 1-hour race, not a 90-minute race.
So our standard of length is lower now.
I think they should race for 7 hours.
I agree. That would be fun.
Looks like there was
and
a
not
caution.
dangerous.
Let's see if we
Oh.
can find what that was.
Okay.
Oh, someone going through.
Wow, that was pretty
the
fun.
caution was because of Parkinson.
Am I the only one who saw that car
Alright,
drive
well,
through the
Back
ground?
to live.
No, we saw
Oh.
it. It's just normal at this point. So that's
Fair
that's a
enough.
Demetrius Simeonitis going Elton
Just
into
as
the
we
wall
cut
at
back
turn
to
3.
live, you see Dimitri's going off a little bit there. And I'd say a lot, but actually.
So 28 we started with. Are we down to 23 already? It looks like it. Not sure who left, but this is compared to Bathurst,
Take a quick
this is a very small track, not very long. So we're gonna
Let's
be.
take a quick look at the running order in total.
So yeah, we see John Barker falling to last place after that crash after the corkscrew. Deadly zone of the track to be sure.
Be interesting to keep an eye on Mr. Travis Wallace. He is usually good for some excitement.
That's a good point. Let's take a peek.
Fortunately.
It's your boy.
There he is.
It's a rather fetching green.
Let
British
us
Racing Green.
Take a look indeed.
One of the more classic racing colors. Second only to American Racing Gray. For those who don't know, American Racing Gray is the term for leaving a car unpainted and only priming it because it dries faster, and we're just gonna wreck anyway. So
That's
no sense.
perfectly legitimate.
No sense in putting all that work into it.
Make sure you put a big picture of a cougar on the windshield.
Yeah. What is that? Wonder Bread? No, Fig
Oh
Newtons.
yeah, that's what it was.
Fig Newtons or something.
It's the only sponsor we could get.
Yeah. That was a classic movie. I need to rewatch Talladega Nights.
It has been a little bit of a while. Also, I haven't seen Days of Thunder in forever. Not since I was a kid, I don't think.
Yeah, I haven't seen it since I was a wee little lad.
Good old Michael Rooker and the other
Yeah.
guy.
All the best. So, at the front, we're seeing quite a shakeup in our usual lineup. So, Horatio Kane, a newcomer at least to this series. Matt Higgs has been here. Mike Stoffmill, of course, is our the totem upon which we rest our laurels. And Edens and Corkery.
Oh, here we go. Some nice action in the back. We see Javier Perez Torres looking to the inside. Who is that under?
That is,
Get him out of here.
is Doug DeGroat.
See what Javier can manage here, running up in 18th, having a nice race so far.
I would like to congratulate, who is that, Vandervalk, in the best paint job in the world, I believe.
It sounds right.
We need to sacrifice
the goal.
something to make sure Javier can stay in the game this time.
I don't know
No
what I'm going to
crashes
sacrifice. What are you guys sacrificing for Javier?
I'm going to sacrifice the rest of this bottle of wine.
Nice.
That's a good one. I think the game crashing bugs will accept that. Now this is DeGroat getting pretty defensive there. Oh, it's not
Oddly
what you
enough,
want to go too wide into.
Oh, definitely not. It looked like... Oh, they ended up making it work. Who is that? Is that Long that's in front of him?
Mhm.
Yep, Long got the pass. So... Javier started outside the top 20, so even coming into 19th, he's made up some positions already. Looks like Vandervalk is breathing up his Krev. Vandervalk started 16th, so he's lost a few positions, probably in the scuffle at the beginning of the race. That's usually when that happens.
Looks like we're down to 25 at this point. Seeing in the back we've got Pachia here. Gonna take a guess, he must have had some sort of accident. Just he's falling behind a couple other guys who had accidents.
John Picha was not in the top 20 in our qualifying, so I don't have any data on where he qualified, sadly. We could always look at that if we wanted to, but not a huge reason to
Back
right
up
now.
front, still about the same gap.
Mike Stoffmeal coming for you.
So we have quite a bit of a shakeup in the running order from at least qualifying. So Wayne Hutchison is currently sitting at 9th after starting 15th. So he's made up some time as well.
Sure, Higgs chasing down the Stoffmeal at the
Wasn't
moment.
Higgs driving a Mercedes last time?
Higgs was in a Lamborghini last time.
Oh, you're right. Brand traitor.
You'll notice drivers are not confined to one car in this short series, and are in fact switching from car to car per track.
As this is a very short series, we're only doing, I believe, 4 races. It is a it's kind of more of a loosey-goosey, free-for-all, do whatever you want type deal. Obviously, we're trying to maintain a standard of cleanliness still, but
Basically, I mean, we're just not messing with customs. You can't be flying car from continent to continent, going from Australia over to California. No, you just
they're just leaving it there.
you just show up and you find whatever car is lying around and you race that thing.
I hear they can find some really good deals on Craigslist.
Mm-hmm. This is basically
See,
the
what
Bring a
they're-
Trailer racing series.
What they're doing is they'll just leave all the cars in the parking lot, and whoever gets off the plane first gets the choice.
Ah, good. So there's a little
It's a mad
race to
scramble.
the track as well on.
Hell yeah.
Well, after these races, we should start to see some really cheap race cars come up for sale, if that's the case. I got my eyes on the McLaren of Dixon Hurst, currently sitting 22nd. Doug DeGroat in the pits at 23rd in last place, so he clearly took some damage, probably after that one beginning incident he had in turn 3. Or it could have been a little bit after that. He might have had another incident.
I worked on a computer for somebody with the last name McLaren last week. I took that
Really?
as a sign.
Did you ask if he was the founder?
No, it was a woman, and I actually didn't talk to her. Things usually get signed in, I deal with them, and then the people come pick them up later.
That's a good way of doing it, I think.
I like it.
Oh, John Picha down to 25th, so something happened there. He just fell from 22nd, I believe. What happened? How did he get passed by someone in the pits?
Magical powers and/or speeding in the pits.
All the above. Mike
I like
Magnus is
that.
wearing a cool livery.
That is gangster. He's going so fast, the paint can't even dry.
Yeah. Should have gone with American Racing Gray. What is,
Why does it feel like it's all slowed down right now?
Yeah, that is a little odd.
No? Okay,
no.
the timer's still going like normal. That just really looked like everyone was going extra slow.
Mike is just going
You see
really slow. It's his MO.
No,
kind of,
you
so.
see, what it is smooth is fast. So he's just driving so smoothly, it looks like he's going slow.
Oh, he's like the Kenny G of race car drivers.
Slow is smooth, smooth is fast.
So slow is fast.
Exactly.
Alright, looking at the gates.
Javier, go get him!
Javier! Looking at the gates again? We aren't paying our cameraman enough. He just loves this gate.
I might have shared some of my wine.
Fences.
It's a juke car heroes.
So we're looking at, who is this? Car Heroes? Okay, so Car Heroes is still sitting in 18th after qualifying off the top 20, so making some progress there, right behind Magus. Unfortunately, our the interface has changed in this series, so unfortunately we don't get to see the gaps precisely between everyone. That's just the way kind of the cookie crumbles. Continuing our long-standing sort of fist shaking at who develops this? Quiznos?
I say we blame it on
Quiznos.
Lamborghini.
Could be Quiznos, if they still exist. Do they still exist? Probably not.
They do indeed.
I
We've got a
heard
couple
they
in
shut
town.
down making sandwiches and started developing games. Yeah,
Oh.
that's where
Need
they
more
went.
marinara sauce on this one, boys.
May not be the best games, but they're the best
Checking-
smelling.
We've looked a lot at the top 3, but let's see who's running 4th and 5th here.
Nate Ediens.
Having a solid race there in 4th place.
So best lap 123.3.
Verstappen here in 5th place. Alright. Getting back to Corkery.
Corkery sharing
Stokes.
delivery with. Okay.
Hutchison
If-
having a nice little dance forward. I'm liking it. 8th place.
If Nate has multiple kids, would they be the 3 little Idians?
Yes.
I hope so.
Cole, my stat man, where did Wayne Hutchison start?
Wayne Hutchison started 15th.
Okay, 8th place. Nice. Oh, and here is the friendly Coconuts working his way forward again.
I like how he has.
666, the livery of the beast.
I like how he has the FRU in no less than 3 places in his name. Well, in his team, I mean.
I assume it stands for fruit basket.
Fruit basket, root basket, or root basket, yes.
It's actually for French Revolutionary underwear.
So on board with James Butler. Not showing us a best lap time. It could be possibly hasn't set a clean lap yet.
It's probably because his steering wheel's on the wrong side of the car.
124.7. So currently we haven't had anyone really lap anyone else yet, aside from our back 3 or 4 who have been involved in accidents and had to go to the pits. Blah 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 garbage. Oh, we got someone backwards. That looks to be Darcy Parkinson. So Darcy not having the best of luck during this race at all, but it is giving Coconuts room for to make a move on, or no, Butler to make a move on Coconuts.
Well, what happened with Wallace here? He went from, what was he, like 4th place or 5th place?
He was 6th, I want to say.
Oh, okay.
He was in 93rd place.
So it looks like he must have had an incident here. As with our other races, there are mandatory pit stops, so provided that it's set up correctly. Mike Magus in the pits, looks like he took some damage. Oh, and Douglas DeGroat going off again, so we have a list of people who are not having the best of luck today. But anyway, as I was saying, normally if this is set up correctly, it might not be, but normally the pits are centered around a halfway point, and they go from 5 minutes on either side, so that would...
Moly is down in 13th. Definitely lower than where he was running last week on 2nd. I am getting word that he had a little bit of an incident earlier. Let's see, maybe we can capture exactly what happened to him.
Just come up to the corkscrew.
Oh, no. Okay.
Yeah, so like I said, the director tool is not very good at what it categorizes as an incident.
But something did happen to him at some point, it would seem, because he started up near the front. Fortunately, we just did not capture that.
So,
Dang
anyway,
technology.
as I was saying, the pit window is supposed to open around 35 minutes left and close around 25 minutes left. Of course, as this is our intermediary series, we might be a little more flexible about that, but...
If you don't go into the pits, do you get more points? Or do you get more points if you pit frequently?
If by points you mean time added on to your final time, then yes, they get a lot of points. 150
that's
points.
no fun.
Yeah.
It's not like golf where you get some time knocked off?
Yeah, oh yeah. As you know, golf is a timed sport, so the faster you go is better. Oh yeah. I would play speed golf. That sounds like fun.
That sounds exhausting. Can you imagine like sprinting around with a golf bag on your back?
It sounds awesome. Sign me up.
Hell yeah, you gotta run up to the ball, Happy Gilmore style, just smash it and run.
Yeah, that'd be great, because then there'd be a reason to have like fancy carbon fiber golf clubs and stuff. Gotta do that weight savings.
Don't you skip leg day, you're gonna play some speed golf, boy.
Oh yeah. Okay, the more I think about this, the more I want to do it.
Meanwhile, up front, starting to wonder, what are we going to see out of Stoffmill under pits? Because he's falling back a little bit from the later here.
So Stoffmill just passing Doug DeGroat, one of our back markers. I'm actually not that familiar with Assetto Corsa. They have to have a ballast system, right? Like adding more weight to some people.
Possibly. I wouldn't say they have to. Oh.
That is Car Heroes. Car Heroes has cut the corkscrew. Not good. He is now right in the face of our Mike Stoffmill, who just goes by without even saying hi.
Very unpolite.
At least flash your headlights a little bit. Say that's like the equivalent of a high five, right? Flashing headlights.
Oh, pretty much. If I was Car Heroes, I'd be spitting my tea out in anger right now.
Restrepo still 5th, having a pretty boring race, it would seem.
As is tradition with Christoph, he generally ends up being Just having his own fun. Although, normally Ricardo Navon's here to help him out, but it looks like he wasn't able to make it this time. Oh.
Taking a look at the full standings here. What do we see?
There's a lot of cars, Ayrton. That's what I see. Mike Magus is taking up the last place. It looks like we actually have something of a battle kind of going on, because we've seen the last few spots shake up more than once in the last few laps. See,
Dixon Hurst in the
John
pretty
Barker.
little red 720S.
Getting caught up by Car Heroes and Doug DeGroat, the twin Ferraris.
Looks like not so pretty. He's actually had some trouble there.
Got some damage.
Not enough damage.
That's a lot of damage.
So could we have a car made entirely out of flex tape?
I hope so.
Every component. And the gasoline.
Yeah, the gasoline is also flex
Just
tape.
get like a titanium tube frame and just flex tape.
And powered by chainsaws.
I see the
Hell
only
yeah.
sponsor on Magus's car appears to be Amazon, so I'm questioning exactly why Bezos hasn't just, bought out the field and given him the win.
Yeah.
Come on,
These are
Bezos,
true
step it
statements.
up. I know you have the money to do this. Calling you out.
Yeah, come on. Maybe our Lord Bezos just doesn't have very much faith in Magus.
Speaking of Amazon, I made myself a drunken purchase last night.
Nice. What'd you get?
An
More
ice
alcohol?
pick.
Ice pick. Nice.
Yeah, I just I don't know. My brain was just like, you don't own an ice pick. Like, yeah, so?
You should change
I
that.
don't- What would I use an ice pick for? I don't know.
Pick an ice.
You should have one.
Is there some sort of fixture you can use to attach this as a bayonet ice pick, perhaps?
I got duct tape,
I got
but I've already got a bayonet for my shotgun, so I don't need it for that.
Well, now you can have an ice pick bayonet.
bayonet on your shotgun.
I'll send you a picture.
I expect it.
I have seen such a thing. Many watermelons died at the hands of it.
Oh,
wait, no,
yeah.
I have seen this.
There
I
you
have
go.
seen it. You're right. I saw that video.
Yeah, I go out of my way to make people watch that. I think it's funny. I think the
I
watermelon,
keep doing
the
that.
sound the watermelon makes is the funniest part for me. Ba-toom.
Meanwhile,
Horatio Kane still in first, trailing Mike Stoffmill by about 8 seconds. Or no,
say he's
Stoffmill
leading.
is trailing him. Words are hard.
Math bad. Like math.
Yeah, I got out of school to stop doing math. What the heck? I was
Math
told
is
when I
for
graduated I
nerds.
wouldn't have to do any more of that. That's a lie.
best lap is a 122.6.
So not the fastest lap time we've ever seen,
Pretty dang fast.
but yeah, pretty dang fast.
Let's take a look
regardless.
here at Stoffmill. Kane just ran a 23.3. That's half a second under what Stoffmill's been running
Yeah.
last lap.
Okay.
Certainly, traffic could be factoring into it at this point, but I don't see anyone behind Stoffmill.
Although Stoffmill is running the Nissan GTR, which is a slower car in this series. That's kind of been his MO in the last few races. At Paul Ricard, he drove the old Lamborghini Gallardo, which is popularly known to be one of the worst handling cars in the series.
Honestly shocked it's even in the game for some reason.
Well, I mean, it technically raced in that series, so you gotta have it, I guess. Nissan, not a terrible car, but just kind of generally worse in most ways than the other cars. As most Nissans tend to be. Oh.
Looking like Higgs has lost touch a little bit with the leaders at this point, but that's okay, because pit stops are coming, and, maybe he won't pit.
He has to pit. So, unless he wants a fat ol' 150-second penalty, he's gonna
Dang.
need to.
That's quite the penalty.
Yeah, it's about a lap, so it's worth it to pit.
Well, I mean,
it used to be worse. They
depends.
used to just disqualify anyone who didn't pit.
Oh,
Car
that'd be
Heroes,
not nice.
Car Heroes especially got hit maybe 3 times with that, and it was more because of the game glitch, but it definitely did not help him out at all.
I think that if you can make up 2 laps over everybody else, you should definitely not pit.
Just gonna turn up the volume a little bit here in this world and hear this V12 single lap.
Wah! I have my volume off so I don't hear myself through Parsec. You know, looks like we've had a development with your boy Javier Perez Torres.
Seems so.
He doesn't appear to be in the race anymore. I'm assuming it crashed on him, and
Probably.
he is
officially we have lost him. It would seem you're right.
Yeah, he officially is asked to retire from the series, probably out of pure frustration. I think has he ever been able to complete a race in this game?
Not in the last series. Didn't he retire last week? No. I remember there's one race in recent memory that he didn't finish due to the same issue.
Yeah, it's just stability problems. I wouldn't try and put myself through that either. Try and compete and try and win and try and do well, and then it just fucks up on you.
I hear he tore open his computer and just ripped all the guts out.
My emotions.
Yeah. So anyway, John Picha is apparently behind Doug DeGroat, who is just behind him in the shot there. So he's a lap down, at least, from DeGroat even. So yeah, we have a lot of interesting things going on at the back of the pack. Shame Darcy Parkinson, made his way up to 18th at least from Dixon Hurst. So maybe Dixon had an accident. But so we've just forget about qualifying order. Like, what even is that? We got the top 3 maybe, but then everyone else just like take their number, put it in a bingo sorted ball thing, and then just here's your order.
Andrew Anderson. Don't think we've said that name so far.
Not today, definitely. Andrew.
I was just looking at his race team name.
Yeah. Andrew Anderson hasn't gotten into much action recently. Actually, even the past 5 or 6 races, he's kind of driven along in the background and picked up some spots and dropped some and just kind of been here. I mean, he started 11th, so he's made up some position, but it's definitely not nothing super exciting, at least that we've been able to see.
Is that my Windows notification or is that your Windows notification?
No, it's ours. That's going in the stream.
Cool. I just was like, should I click on that?
No, we were leaving it in there just to mess with people who watch. It's like, maybe you should install or uninstall some stuff.
Perhaps. You know what? The one time I recorded a race because Martin and Mike were actually coming to visit me. So I recorded a race so we could all do commentary here. I left the mouse cursor in the center of the screen the entire time. I didn't know that it wouldn't go away. I had no clue.
Oh man. I've done that before. Like one time I was recording for just for myself, but I was recording in VR and it's hard to know what is going to be and what isn't going to be on the screen and that. So I just had my mouse cursor and it was flashing, black and white in the middle of the screen the whole time. I was like, oh boy. So Horatio Kane making quite some pace on Mike Stopmeal. He used to be about 4 seconds, I think, and is now probably about closer to 6 or 7. There's a Mercedes between them. I believe that is Andy Anderson. No, that's actually probably someone else.
Horatio, the shades of Justice Kane.
This Justin Cole has no clue what he's talking about. That definitely wasn't Aston Martin. So just feel free to just not listen to anything I say. Oh, Travis Wallace with a stop and go penalty of 30 seconds. So wonder what he did to get that. Must have just been egregious speeding in pit lane. We actually have never seen a stop and go penalty, at least in this series, but probably not even in the series before this. So normally it's just a drive-through. We have seen one person get disqualified for speeding in pit lane.
Looks like we might have seen a little issue back here.
Watching Doug DeGroat, looks like that's oh no, Dixon Hurst dives a little bit when he probably shouldn't have. DeGroat gets the better end of that deal and Dixon goes spinning. We're gonna look at it again from.
In fact, now I'm attributing this to Dixon Hurst. All right.
Yep.
Get to see his view. We're
It's
on.
just a
What
high
has
five,
happened
that's
to
all that
Car
is.
Heroes?
So Car Heroes is going. Okay, so we have a new camera crew. Ayrton is now in control of the cameras, and he's just loving all these extra buttons he gets to play with. So we're going. We're looking at everything. That's okay. Like getting full race coverage.
Real wide there.
So of note, Mike Stobmeal setting 120, I believe 3.5s it was for his last lap. So Whereas Kane is actually still setting reasonable mid 122s. Oh no, just 123 there.
123.2 though, so still a third of a second under Stoffmeal.
His last lap before that was a 122.8, so Horacio's got some consistency to his laps, whereas maybe Stoffmeal is struggling a little bit. We're not entirely sure. It could just been a one-off bad lap. 123.0 for this last lap.
I imagine Stoffmeal's going to have to come in first, kind of undercut. You certainly can't overcut him.
Last
There's
lap
no point staying out when he's
124.2.
running slower.
So a full second and a quarter.
Yeah, I don't know what Stoffmeal's waiting for at this point as far as hitting the pits.
It could be that they're just not getting notified because it looks like the pit window hasn't been set up. So while we have a mandatory pit, people won't get to see that on their in-car displays. So I also have a hard time believing that our race stewards are going to be
I'm going 30 seconds.
paying too much attention to that. So
I'm sorry, did you say you were having a hard time?
Yeah, I was. Yep, I usually do. Oh, Stoffmeal getting
no!
really squirrely on exit
So
turn
it looks
6.
like the first driver who has pitted, Wayne Hutchison. Well, actually, he's pitting right now.
Looks like his car's seen some damage, so maybe he's just saying, fuck it, we're gonna go and we're just gonna get everything fixed right now.
We'll do it live!
Actually, that is Butler. First man to have pitted.
So, I've always wondered, why do some tracks have two lanes in the pit lane, whereas some only have one?
Nice. Down to size, what you can fit.
What's the point of having two pit lanes? I guess so people can pass each other?
Yeah, it's basically a
Getting up
fast
to
and a
speed
slow
lane.
line. One is, I've been out here for a little while, I'm cruising. The other is you're just pulling out of your pits.
James
Basically,
Butler-
you have to merge into one before you can merge into the other.
That makes sense. James Butler getting off in the dirt a little bit after the pit, but normally that'd be the end of it for me. I would immediately go around. That's just how it works with me. But he was able to keep it tidy.
Oh, Stoffmeal looks like
Stoffmeal's in the
is
pits.
pitting. Let's see where he comes out.
Probably going to be around Ichazo more or less, I would think. You only have
Come
to do
out in
tires.
first place.
You only have to do tires, I believe, but regardless, this is a very, very long pit lane. It's going to eat up at least a minute of your time.
Mole will come out. Nope.
In Team Holy Moly, I love it. Was he always in that team? I hope he was.
I have not noticed.
Falling down the leaderboard. Oh man, all the way back to 8th place.
So yeah, about like I said,
Just lost it.
I don't know how far Chazo is back, but we just passed the finish line, so he's gonna get out before. But so I mean, obviously all these guys are gonna have to pit sooner or later.
All right, real question is, what kind of lap times can Stoffmeal start running on these fresh tires?
Doesn't look like anyone's having too big of a fall off on old tires. So
What has his best lap been? 22.8. See,
Yes.
that's just, even his best lap is just barely touching what Kane was doing on older tires. Let's take a look right now. Last lap, 20.
3-1.
So only 3/10 down on Kane's best last lap was Stoffmeal's best lap.
Well, and Kane's also been setting some pretty consistent laps. It looks like Stoffmeal is.
Oh, someone is around.
That would be John Picha. So Picha just adding another log to the fire, it looks like. I mean, sometimes it's just one of those days.
No?
Yeah, he teleported back to the
Okay.
pits. So, and I'm not familiar of how this game works, but I think you can teleport back and then get back out of the pits. So it might kind of like iRacing where you can get a tow, but it doesn't require you wait too long, I guess.
Probably just lose a lap or something.
So in the background we see our head honcho Mike Magus.
Hi, Mike.
So,
Hey.
this should be his first
Oh,
race
and,
Andrew
uh,
Long getting a drive-through penalty. That's probably a penalty of speeding in pit lanes.
I'd like to let everybody know that Jack says hi, and I'm not going to explain what that means.
That
Okay.
is not a good camera placement in this car.
You can change the camera, right? Click on board again. Click on board again. Oh, no, you can't. Oh, click one of the drivable ones. So those are different following car views. So Dash Pro is like, there we go. Still on board with stop meal. Looks like he's back up to 4th, so all the people in front of him have pitted.
Really
or behind
interested
him,
to see what kind of lap he can get here on these fresh tires.
The last lap, 129.4.
I think it would have to be some mid-22 if he's going to catch up.
I don't think so.
Not going to cut it.
123.1. So, still solid laps. Are they? I don't think they're fast enough to catch up with Kane. Where's Matt Higgs in all this?
He's been penalized so heavily that even though he's technically winning,
well, the real question
he's been penalized so heavily he's in first place.
Where is Horatio Kane in all of this?
I think he pit probably.
No, we have lost Kane.
Oh, Kane, yeah, looks like he lost connection or something. Uh-oh.
Well, that ain't no good.
I have no doubt that Jeff Bezos just called him up and was like, hey, I'll pay you $1 billion to leave.
Well, that is unfortunate. Again, it's just like last week. We have a little hiccup in the system that takes away what could have been a great fight.
Yeah, so that was,
Kane has disconnected.
It's a Spanish-sounding name, I don't remember what, but he's gonna kill me, I gotta look it up.
Horatio. What?
The guy last race.
Dimitri.
Well, with
Probably.
that, I guess it comes down to Stoffmule versus Higgs.
Oh, Diego Del Real. That's right.
That's right.
So he apparently hasn't come back for this race. Maybe it was just a one-time deal. I think he signed up though. I'm not sure though. Any case, in the back, Mike Magus finds himself up into 19th. So, kind of battling with the back markers there. Matt Higgs getting out of the pits right behind Stoffmule. Nate Ediens is up there somewhere, unknown if he has pit yet or not. So again, we don't have the pit window set up in the server settings, so we won't be able to see exactly who has pitted on the timetable there, or if they need to pit. So I venture to guess that he probably hasn't pit yet.
How far is Higgs behind Stoffmule at this point?
About 32 kilometers.
It's about 35 seconds or so.
Oof.
32 seconds.
Did pit. I wonder if his pit was a little off, because I don't believe he was that far behind before.
That sounds about right, I think. Because he was behind... Oh, you're right.
No, he lost touch, but he wasn't that far. That's
You're right.
basically half a lap.
I was thinking of Stoffmule behind... Matt Higgs behind Kane. So, yeah, he must have had a bad pit. It's really easy to mess up Laguna Seca's pit. Like, the left turn into pit lane is so tight and so hard to get right. Plus, combined with their kind of weird pit start zone, it's could be a lot better. So we see Nate Ediens, best lap 123.3, last lap 124.1. So
This might have been an incident with Kane.
what? Oh, okay. So we're looking at Kane in the Gulf Porsche.
Nothing
No
there.
incident. So again, the director throws up false positives sometimes. Is Higgs catching Mike Stoffmule? It doesn't appear so. So Nate is going into the pits, as we thought.
Shouldn't really stand any challenge to Stoffmule after he's pitted.
As long as he ain't catching the corona, I think he's alright.
Magus. Not making it too easy for him to get around there.
I gotta go to the store and catch some Corona in my shopping basket.
Oh, snap.
I'm thirsty.
Well, you should have thought about that before the race started.
I should have, but we only got 20 minutes left or so, so I will persevere.
Good time to note, folks, this stream is brought to you by Safeway Shanghai Meals. Built for two, but you'll probably eat it on your own. I won't judge you.
Their General Tso's is very delicious. I highly recommend it. I would say it's even better than Papa Murphy's Panda Express.
Your hosts here ate one after last week, and they'll probably get one after this week. Just, it's what you gotta do.
We should also head to Heavenly and get some donuts.
Sounds good. Alright, well, let's see.
So as we thought, Idienz is still in the pits, so is way out of the running for the lead there.
So Stoffmeal's going up through the Andretti hairpin. Higgs is approaching the last turn.
And we're looking at the gate, the fence again. He's actually at turn 4.
Wait, yes, that is... Oh,
Stoffmeal's coming up to the corkscrew. Of note, Stoffmeal's traction control is set to 3, so...
scandalous.
Whereas most people we've seen are set to 1 or 2. Looks like the Stoff needs, or doesn't need, but prefers to have a little more traction control on. Although
the
Higgs...
FIA will be looking into this.
Higgs has also got 3, so... Who knows? Freaking just... Forget whatever I say, I guess.
I can't. It's in my mind forever.
Thus, the hypnosis is working.
Excellent. Is that why I'm drinking so much wine?
Take a
Vote for
look
Biden. No, I'm just kidding.
back.
So, one thing I noticed is that Matt Higgs is running a very conservative fuel map. He is running a lean 8/10 mixture, so he's looking to save fuel, it looks like. I'm not sure if he knows that he's doing that.
Call damage has been repaired on Hutchison.
Sense? If you're going in the pits, anyway, you might as well repair some damage. Mike Mack is setting a last lap that is 3,000ths slower than his best.
Nice.
So he's setting some pretty consistent laps.
It's, as I understand it, half of the game is just being consistent.
Well, there's,
I would say it's like
there's still 19 minutes left. I think Magus can easily charge his way up to at least 4th place. So,
Works for me.
I would say it's like 3/4
yellow
of the
flag
game.
somewhere.
Oh boy. Yep, Dixonhurst.
No.
Oh no.
Dixonhurst.
Oh, I thought you went back.
Actually, it appears it might have been Ichazo.
Oh, looks like Andy Anderson making a dive. Nope.
Little
something
nudgy
happened.
nudgy.
Whatever
Well, it
it was,
was Anderson.
It was enough to bring out the caution, I
It
believe.
looks like he just got a little bit spooked.
He just kind of stopped there.
Now having
Perhaps
a
to
battle
let
with
the
Wesley
position
Stokes.
back by. Not sure.
Maybe he's just a good person, it turns out. So we now see, it's amazing to see how much bigger that newer Aston Martin is than the old one. So Andy Anderson is in the green number 19 Aston Martin. It's 5 years newer than Ichazo's yellow one. And just seeing those two in the
Either
same
way,
shot.
got a pretty nice little fight here for 7th place.
Yeah, so Ichazo's made a great run. When did he start? 18th, I believe. No, he was out of the top 20. So he's had a fantastic run.
That's pretty much his thing. Just don't qualify and work your way forward.
He's like the Scott Dixon of
someone was
GT cars.
taking a little weird entry there.
Might have been a little bit of lag, be certain.
Either way, in a kind of peculiar commentator's curse, as soon as we start following this three-way fight, kind of starts to settle down. Chazo pulls away a bit.
Yeah, just a tad.
It's like there's something going on back behind them as well.
I think Anderson might have just spun. I saw someone look. Yep, there he goes. That was funny. Oh man! Right as we switched away, I saw the back of his car come around.
What happened there?
I mean, he just spun. It looks like.
Did he get any help though?
Oh yeah, no, he did get help.
Oh,
So
yes.
Wesley Stokes giving him a hit, a little bit of a nudge.
Let's see. Anderson did not lose any positions though. He had quite a giant gap back.
Yeah, Coconuts is some distance
Those
back.
are just lap cars in between.
So, John Barker still holding on to 15th place. So our only, as we see, Javier Perez Torres now playing Monster Hunter. Just
Excellent.
he's
Punch
done
them
with-
monsters.
Yeah, he's like, he probably renamed the monsters to like Stoffmeal and Magus,
Probably.
and Anderson and stuff. Just like,
Meanwhile, of note, the only real position change in the pit sequence was Verstappen, hopping Idians up into 3rd place.
oh, so he must have had a really great pit strategy going on.
Perhaps he just pitted fairly early on to use those new tires.
Yeah, this is only a half-hour race, and so with that said, no one really needs to pit super bad, just based on tire wear and fuel usage. But since it's required, might as well do it a little earlier, maybe.
I'm working his way back up from whatever incident he had.
And so, as I like to make it a point of saying, the universe is back in balance. Mike Stoppmeal is back at the lead of the pack. He has been for a little while, but seems that no matter what challenge is placed in front of him, he overcomes it by making them disconnect, I guess. No.
Take a look and see what
strategically
Butler
placed
was up to
EMPs
at one point.
Yes. If I knew how to do that, I would definitely do that. So we're now watching Verstappen.
Oh, this is Butler.
Oh,
not a bad save.
James Butler.
Unfortunately, these replays don't show us what lap they were. That would be very helpful.
Yeah.
Oh,
so that's Doug DeGroat. Doug DeGroat is stopped.
He's actually up in 17th, so
19th.
Well,
yeah.
spots there.
Just got passed by Magus and Car Heroes. Doug DeGroat's had an interesting race, so he's been just beset upon by some unfortunate circumstances, but he's found his way back up to 19th after being 24th for a while. Oh my gosh!
What is
it's a furball
here?
So Joel Vandervalk, John Barker.
Oh, so Stokes is caught right back up to
Wesley
Ichazo.
Stokes and Luciano Ichazo.
That's gonna be the real fight here.
Ichazo looks to have some damage. He's got turn signals on.
Something must have happened to Ichazo.
Maybe he's just saying, you know what, I don't want to fight it. My car's too pretty.
I think something is seriously happened to Ichazo there.
Getting passed by Coconuts as well, so it's probably gonna be down to 10th, maybe.
Wesley Stokes was possibly the worst fucking livery in the history of mankind.
Nice poop.
It's too bland to be even poop. It's just. Bleh.
It's just like sand or something.
Wonder if we can see
with the cardboard livery.
Oh yeah, cardboard. I like it. So his last lap was 128 flat. So he might have gotten his tires dirty or something and messed up the turn.
I don't see anything wrong with it, but he's losing touch with those guys ahead of him for a lap down.
So actually only into 8th. So
perhaps he wanted to
just
tuck in behind them and give them an eternal blue flag.
Yeah. Well, he's not doing a very good job. They're pulling away a little bit. I think he does have some sort of damage. It'd be nice if we could see any damage readouts, but that's just the nature of the beast.
I demand floating hit point markers.
Group back in the pits.
Grote is in the pits once again. Now, didn't get any penalties.
Chia, meanwhile, hanging in here.
Looking at the gate again. That's our turn 3 cameraman's favorite shot.
I think he might have seen some ducks in the pond back behind that fence.
And they're just there for the entire race, I guess. So John Peach not having the best race. Matt Higgs having a very quiet race up in 2nd place. Although, is that... Nope, that's not Stoffmill. So that was a McLaren. That was Dixon Harris. Can we get the time gaps, please? So, oh yeah, Stoffmill isn't even on the list. So, yeah, Higgs is definitely losing some time to Stoffmill. Pretty safe to say that he won't be able to catch him short of a slight miracle. Not getting any useful information out of that.
Molly, closest car ahead of him is going to be Corkery, who is, well, we can't see
5
right
seconds
here.
or so.
Yep, 5 seconds up. So Molly is catching him. Slow but steady.
Coconuts.
I as well have a lovely bunch of coconuts. Deedly-dee.
Here they are standing in a row.
If they weren't, I'd be upset. And make sure to contact a medical professional.
Now. Small ones, big ones, some as big as your head.
Dang.
I think, that's not normal. You might want to get that checked out by a medical professional, or failing that, just like the local guy in the park.
Caution somewhere.
I'm not a proctologist, but I'll have a look.
I hope not. So John Barker, 15th. So still, even though he's had lots of ups and downs this race.
Oh,
but
look at that! He has a little TV mounted in there. Very nice.
Do you think he gets Netflix?
I think he gets Amazon Prime. Seeing as how this series is sponsored by it.
Oh, good.
Watch Talladega Nights while racing at Talladega.
Dude, that would be wonderful.
I assume he's just watching a stream of the previous race while racing.
That'd be funny. So John Barker had qualified 18th up to 16th, back down to like 20th for a while, and then back up to 16th. So he's been generally a positive race. Probably not as positive as he would have hoped, but definitely. What is his camera placement? Okay. But yeah, so Barker's had a pretty good race. Stoffmeal, classically good race. It's a shame that Horatio had to leave, but I'm sure it wasn't his fault.
What kind of lap time Stoffmeal running at this point? 23.1. Okay.
So still pretty consistent.
Holding steady.
Oh, Wayne Hutchison down to 12th. What happened there?
I believe that's where he's been around.
Really? I thought he got up a little higher than that. I just don't know what I'm talking about.
Looks like at some point we lost Travis Wallace. I wasn't. Did I miss that or?
Oh yeah, Travis Wallace nowhere to be found. So we have lost a few people. We were at 28 at the start of the race, now down to 22. So yeah, so Travis Wallace is among that on that list. We also lost Javier Perez Torres. Who else? Oh yeah, Ratio Kane. People of that ilk. Don't know who else. But they're dropping like flies. Particularly heavy flies.
Ooh,
without wings.
Who do we have here?
That looks to be Andy Anderson, if I do... Nope, that's not Andy Anderson. That is... I have no clue. Oh, it's Verstappen. No, that's a Bentley. You know what?
With rules and regulations of bring your car per week, I think we should rename this series to the official Give Your Commentators a Fit series.
Please don't give them any more edging than they need. They're already good enough at it as it is.
See, this is where I shine because I can't tell them apart anyway, so I don't care what you're driving.
Just slap them down. No.
Meanwhile, Stoffmeal up front and 8 minutes to go. Looking pretty solid.
Gotta say, I'm shocked. Stoffmeal, they started on the wrong foot, qualified only second, and it was really gonna be a push to get, to make a podium out of this. But he dug his heels in, got to it.
Oh look, we are inside the head of Mike Stoffmeal.
He's a robot. I knew it. He's got the overlays and stuff in his helmet.
Red eyes glow. Race time.
Beep, roll, bar, beep.
Truly amazing that he actually let us stick a camera inside his helmet.
I hear they put it in his forehead.
Someone appears to be waving a green flag up in the stands and a white flag. Really rude of them. I mean,
yeah, I can't believe they allow him to do that. That seems to be very confusing. I would just be waving black flags the whole time. Just feeling. Also, I'd get one of those high visibility jackets and like sunglasses and pretend like I'm a steward. See how many drivers I could fake out. Gotta say, Laguna Seca is probably one of the prettiest tracks in America, in my opinion. I love, even though it's kind of in the middle of a desert, it definitely has a cool aesthetic that goes really well with the surrounding scenery. And Definitely kind of reminds me of a little bit more of a fun kind of Willow Springs.
And that finishes up the Mike Stoffmule experience. Remember it, cherish it.
Okay. Am I going to get charged for that?
No, it's free.
Oh, good. How generous.
Only a small recurring fee of 99 cents per day for the rest of your life.
Quick look at our timetable. We can now fit the entire field on there.
Doug DeGroat down into 20th. Last you saw me, I believe he was 18th.
You know, I don't think we have checked in with Dimitrios since, well, really the start of the race, when he hit the wall in the first lap.
Yeah, I haven't really paid much attention, admittedly. He's currently sitting 12th, right behind Butler.
In front of Wayne Hutchison. Looks like they might have a little race right here.
So it looks like he passed Wayne. Wasn't Wayne in 12th?
Where in the world was Wayne? Couldn't tell you.
I'm just gonna say
Wayne's World, excellent.
So it looks like was Verstappen always in past EDNs?
Yes, it's been that way for
okay.
Well, since
I thought so. My brain wasn't sure.
Corkery and Mole have not changed. Just take a quick look at Mole, see if he's really catching him at all. Yes, but I don't know if it's gonna have enough time. I do appreciate Mole actually running the same car in livery 2 weeks in a row. Thank you, Mole.
Making it easy on us. Remind me to slip him a $5.
Mike Magus swiftly closing in on first place.
Definitely.
17th? Yeah.
Well, he was 19th.
Fair enough.
This appears to be our closest fight on the track.
United versus Wayne Hutchison. Looks like the guys just ahead of him are kind of bunched up, but we have no way of telling who that is right now. Oh, it's Molly. So, probably Molly and Corkery. Anyway, yeah, unfortunately we've reached toward that play. Yep, it's Molly and Corkery.
Here we go.
So, just as you said, it'd be kind of hard to catch him, there he is. A sort of a reverse commentator's curse.
If you
don't drive fast enough, you're gonna get molested.
Molested, oh my! I like how every single word in the little name tag in the bottom right there rhymes with Molly.
See if we possibly go
Molly,
wide
Molly,
and high
Molly.
enough if we can catch these two, and the two behind them.
This is maybe the second time we've used the helicam this race, so we pay for that thing. Might as well get our money's worth out of it.
If he started working out, do we have to start calling him Swoly Moly?
Holy moly, it's Swoly. And then once he was finished getting Swoly, he would be fully Swoly Moly.
There we go. We have spotted the two behind them. It's done. Well done, helicopter man.
And then if we had and then if he just started playing soccer, he would be fully Swoly goalie, holy moly.
Whoa.
Molly's definitely faster through the first half of the track, but
looks like Corkery pulls away a little bit at the last section.
Should have probably 2 laps to go.
So those car heroes who went off track a little bit. We finish our 39th lap of the Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca. Actually, no, it's WeatherTech now, isn't it?
It is WeatherTech.
No!
Mazda has abandoned us.
Dang it, I like Mazda. Or as you Canadians say, Mazda.
Well, unfortunately for WeatherTech's sake, I think most people are still calling it Mazda Raceway.
Yeah.
All I know is it's all Datsun to me.
That's...
Ooh. Just have to wait a couple more months for the full economy to collapse until we have Mitsubishi Raceway.
Yeah. Oh god.
I'm sure they will buy out every track in the world soon enough.
I pray that never happens.
You don't like them Mississippis?
Oh, Car Heroes goes off in turn
I
6.
think he was just giving him some room there. Maybe he went a little wider than he wanted.
I think that was maybe a mistake, but it doesn't really matter.
Either way, you know, it sure looks like Corkery had a fire lit under him suddenly, because he's actually pulling away from Molly.
Looks so.
A bit.
Molly's one of our more...
Let's see back here.
Sort of always present entities in ESR. Generally a very good racer.
The blue man on screen, that is Mike Stoffmeal, entering what should be his final lap.
Looks like it. So Car Hero is setting 131. That makes sense with the 2 offs he had. Looks like just giving Stoff some room. Car Heroes can go back and forth between having really, really great days and really, really bad days. Looks like this might be on the badder side.
I'm not sure if...
Matt Higgs giving Vandervalk a little flashy.
It looks like Higgs is closed a little bit. Perhaps Stoffmeal's let off a little bit. He definitely isn't 30 seconds behind anymore.
That's fair enough.
In the first turn through like the 4th turn. Yeah, that's not even close.
I don't know. I think that'd probably be about 30 seconds, right? Going from the start through the Dirty Hairpin
okay, I think
to turn 4.
20.
Well, this is 32 seconds, 33 seconds right there. So, well, more or less is still about the same. He hasn't lost any ground though. What I want to know is what's Molly doing?
What is Molly doing? The world wants to know.
Just kind of nosing around.
Oh, here we go.
So still
this will be the last lap.
Corkery. So
close a little bit right there.
Stoffmeal has not passed the finish line yet. Once
Ooh,
he does,
how far can he lunge? Not.
So this is going to be Molly's last chance to take on Corkery.
Perhaps the corkscrew.
I mean this lap, my bad. This lap will be the last chance.
I mean, if Corkery doesn't defend the corkscrew, the world is lost.
He has to. It's his namesake. Oh, Corkery goes off in turn 4. Molly gets a run off on him, and it looks like he's going to make it happen.
Oh, he has the outside,
but Corkery's going to dive. He's going to try and get it back.
He's got
They're
that
side by side through turn 5.
Oh, little bump.
Corkery is able to scrape it back. Luckily, his off wasn't that bad, but now he's truly got the fire lit under his butt, and his tire's a little bit dirty. So can Molly gets a run off of turn 6, it looks like, coming side by side into the corkscrew. Nope, they're not side by side, my bad. There's really no way. Oh, looks like Corkery has a bad run through the corkscrew, but is able to make it. Molly gives him a tap, a little bit of contact. Going into turn 8, I believe. Molly is right on Corkery's crib.
This is... Oh, he's going to get a nice
He's
run.
trying to get a run, but Corkery, they're too
nowhere
close.
to go.
He's going to go the outside on the last turn. He's going to try to get a cutback, but he gives him a little contact. Corkery defends admirably, and I don't think he's going to be able to get the run out of it, so it looks like
Corkery finishes
fifth.
Meanwhile,
what an exciting last lap for our 5th and 6th place.
Just finishing in his in lap.
Yeah.
Let's see, who is still fighting back
here? Matt Higgs.
I think everyone is finished, actually, at this point.
Yep, so our final results are... First place, Mike Stoffmeal, shocker. Matt Higgs, 2nd. Christopher Streppen in 3rd. Nate Ediennes in 4th. Very nice finish. Corkery for 5th. Moly in 6th. Andy Anderson 7th. Coconuts 8th. Wesley Stokes in 9th. Luciano Ichazo. I haven't had my coffee yet today. 10th. So making up quite a few spaces. I think he might be our hard charger of the race award. Butler in 11th, Demetrius Simeonitis in 12th, Wayne Hutchison 13th, Joel Vandervalk 14th, John Barker 15th, Darcy Parkinson 16th, Mike Magus 17th, Car Heroes 18, Doug DeGroat 19, Dixon Hurst 20th, and Andy Long in 21st, rounding out our race. So we saw 7 or 8 people leave. Unfortunately, that's just the nature of the beast. It's a shame that it's a shame that they couldn't stay, but that's just how it goes. Horatio Kane, feel bad for you, man, but What can you do?
Something happened there.
A very good race from our teams here.
And now we begin the final race of who stays in the server the longest and truly wins.
It might be Darcy Parkinson, maybe.
Darcy Parkinson. My money's on DeGroot.
Yeah.
I think he can do it.
I think he's desperate for some points. So it looks like Coconut's left. Oh, the server got shut down. We lost.
Well, in that case, we have a three-way tie.
Three-way tie.
Parkinson, DeGroot, and
Coconuts.
And Coconuts.
Nice. Well, I mean, I guess Coconuts won because he's in first right now.
It's true. So. Anyways, the post-race trophy does go to Coconuts. Good race, Coconuts.
I knew he had it in him. Like, honestly, like, Stop Meal was at the top, but, I knew Coconuts would be our real victor here.
That's true. Well.
All right.
Gentlemen, big and small, any last words?
Drink water.
Drink vintage grape juice.
Vintage grape juice.
Water such as Aquafina with
Bubba
Burger, yes.
Very nice.
Well, with that, I believe, let's take a look and see, where are we going next? I believe it is a 2-week gap, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it's not Zandvoort.
I
guess you'll have to figure it out.
We will find out soon enough. It will be Suzuka. Good
circuit.
Old Suzuka, May 17th. That is 14 days, 2 weeks from now.
Yes.
And that will be a 90-minute race.
So, yeah, the last two races, is it... not Zhuhai, is it the last race? What's the last race?
Last race will be Kyalami.
So, our last two races are both going to be 90 minutes. Mm-hmm. And,
well, if we can please get Mr. Del Rey and Mr...
Lana Del Rey?
No.
I like that guy.
No, the guy from last week, Del Real, as
Diego. I was just making fun.
As well as today, Kane. If we can get those two back, I mean...
That'd be fun.
They were both very evenly matched with Stoffmeal. Can we please get someone to actually finish a race with Stoffmeal?
I feel like Diego was signed up in our booking system, so I mean, I could be wrong, but I think he was. I'm not sure about Kane, but if we get those back, man, between them, Stoffmeal, Higgs, we could have some pretty intense racing going on in the last two races.
Absolutely.
Anyway, this has been our second round of the ESR ACC IGT Series. I am Cole.
I am Ayrton.
And I'm out of here.
And we are all out of here. Have a good one, you guys. Enjoy.